thanks so much for joining me. So I thought, following on from my review of one of the range's papercraft products, I'll link that in the description box below, that I would go undercover and show you what's available in the range. Now, American ladies, you're going to be shocked at what's available, because we only have in the UK the range and hobbycraft. Hobbycraft is too far away for me to travel to. Not a massive fan of it. And so my only option really to purchase crafty products on site without ordering online is to go to the range. So the following video is going to be a little bit of a tour of the range, sharing some of the things that they sell. Well, showing you. It's not professionally edited, so bear with me. I'm just walking around with my phone. And then at the end, I'll show you what I've bought. And I'm also going to tell you what happened when I spoke to one of the managers about leaving feedback. Here we are, sat outside my local range, which is in West Yorkshire, on a very cold and wet day, waiting for it to open, because I'm an eager beaver when it comes to buying craft supplies. I can't wait to get in. As you can see, I'm there before the shop even opens. That's how eager I am. And it's a fantastic shop full of all sorts of things. Let's grab a basket and see if we can fill it. We're going to walk straight past the homeware section because I'll spend too much money. I do like some of their items. And I don't really want a Santa. Brilliant for kids. Lots of stickers and paints and kits. Brilliant. And then we're on to the embellishment section. Not my cup of tea. I find them quite cheap and a bit, you know, not brilliant. Papers. So this is the sum total collection of paper pads available in my local range. It's not brilliant. The prices are cheap, so that can suck you in, but the quality isn't brilliant. The design on them is very basic. Great for layering on cards, but other than that, not much use to me. That particular pad there is a foiled one. That's nice. I've got that. It's lovely. I recommend that one. More embellishments. They're all Art Studio, which is the range's own brand. You won't find any other brands in there now. Not in my local store anyway. So lots of wooden embellishments and things. I don't use these kind of things, but they're useful to other people. Loads of ribbons. Heaps, all sorts of colours and textures and patterns, and reasonable prices. Low quality, but they're alright. This shop's got loads of lovely art products. Really, really good. I enjoy it. The tools are again all now Art Studio. That die there, Creative Expressions, is the only branded product I found in the craft section. Sat there on its own, all lonely. So, you know, low cost, but they're going to be low quality. They're not going to necessarily last you long. Ink pads, all Art Studio. I wouldn't touch these. If you're getting an ink pad for 99p, don't expect it to be good. There's a nice new wedding section in my store, my local store. And there's some quite nice items there, some foam roses, etc. Obviously designed for people making their own wedding things for their wedding to make it more handmade. Pre-cut cards and envelopes are all Art Studio branded now. They've done away with all of the other brands. This is the only brand in my local store. Same with the cardstock. Plus there's no 12x12s at all. Yeah, so we're on to the art section, which is quite good in my store for some reason. Tape. These were the only two tapes that I could see. Double-sided tapes, and the only glue I found was this Art Studio PVA. I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. The Christmas section was lovely and bright and cheerful and festive. It was really nice. 20% off already. We're only in November. So a nice selection. Some of the papers were nice. Not my style, what I personally use, but they are quite pretty and bright. Lovely washi tape there. And we'll have a closer look at some of the pads. We've got a nice pink one with some gonks. And that's just about all there was. So that's it. A bit underwhelming. Okay, so as you can see, the range is quite limited for craft products. But, you know, it's a lovely shop. I enjoy going. I love the homeware section. You know, you can pick up a variety of things whilst you're there. I only showed the crafty products. They have homeware. They have, you know, decorating, all of that, pets, all of that kind of thing. So it's a really good, useful shop to go to. I love the range, and I used to love crafty shopping in the range. It was like a treat to myself. It is declining, but let me show you what I've bought. So the first thing I bought were these little Christmas flowers, poinsettias or poinsettias, however you want to pronounce it. Now these cost me 60p. Now that's 10p a head per flower, which really is quite an expensive thing, because you're only maybe going to put 1 or 2 on a card. If you put 2 of those on a card, that's £1.20. Now in a day and age where you can go to, you know, a card shop and get 10 cards for £1, that's expensive. But you know, it's lovely. Now you can make these yourself, but if you were a new crafter, you'd need the dies, you'd need the correct kind of paper. These are normally made from like mulberry paper. You'd need to purchase the stamens, you'd need to purchase the leaves or a die for the leaves, you'd need the wire, you'd need something to wrap the wire with, plus about 2.5 to 3 hours to make them. So for 60p, sometimes it's easier to just buy something. So there you go. I got this lovely ribbon, and now I do really like this. We'll see how it goes, whether it ties nicely in a bow, whether it frays when I cut it. But I just thought that was pretty for Christmas. And it was £1 and then 20% off. So it cost me 80p for 2 meters of this ribbon. Okay. So I didn't think that was bad. The double-sided tape, I'm giving Art Studio another try. Okay, I always think things and people need 3 chances. I'm not confident personally in the Art Studio brand, but I've got this double-sided tape. It's a very skinny one. And I shall use it when I'm doing samples for things. So if I was making a folio or an album or something I wanted to last, or that, you know, I was selling or gifting, I wouldn't use this because I'm not confident that over time it will hold. However, for a cheap tape, it'd be all right, maybe for card making, adding your sentiments on. 18 meters for £1. So we'll see how we go with that. These, who cares, they were £1, you get 12. You know, they rip off and they go in the bin. They're little calendars, perfect little Christmas gifts to make a desk calendar or something like that, and add one of these on. They're a no-brainer, aren't they? £1. Okay. Now this I didn't think was bad. We'll see what the quality of the wax is like. What brand is it? It just says produced for the range. Okay. And this was in that little wedding-y section. So you've got 3 different colours of wax there with a little wick on, so you can melt it. Okay, so all you've got to do is just light it, so you don't have to have a melter like you do with the little pellets. You've got your handle and you've got 2 little stamps. One's a heart and one's a rose. And I just thought, I'll give it a try. £4.99. Even on Temu, etc. These things aren't cheap. Okay. I got some of the glittery tulle. I love this, just cutting little bits of it up and adding it underneath tabs and sentiments and layers and collage and, you know, my little snippet bits that I do in my journals, because I just love a little bit of sparkle. It's an iridescent sparkle. It's not too bad. It doesn't completely like flake off. It does a bit, but it's not too bad. And I think that was £1. How much was that one? Let me look at my receipt. Where are we? Where are we? Thin red ribbon. Glitter tulle, £1.49, and you're getting 10 yards, which isn't bad, and it's 6 inch wide. Okay. That's it. That's all I got. And my crafty budget money for the month was burning a hole in my pocket range, people, and that's all I could buy. Okay. There really wasn't very much that was inspiring me at all. I also bought some egg cups because I needed them, and I bought myself a new coffee mug. But other than that, I was a little bit underwhelmed. It is very disappointing because, as I've said previously, there's not many places that we can buy our crafty products from in the UK. I fail to believe, with my experience in the crafty community, that there isn't the customer base out there for craft products. Crafting is a multi-billion-pound industry. I absolutely refuse to believe that nobody's buying them and that it's not worth stocking them. I could be wrong, you know. The buyers at the range might say, well, it's not financially viable, Amanda. So we're instilling cheap home brands because, you know, we're not making any money. I fail to believe it. If there'd have been any branded products there, if there'd have been some nicer paper pads there, if there'd have been some of the Craft Studio UK, Craft UK cardstock there, I certainly would have been buying some. So, you know, they're missing, well, they're not missing out, are they? They're a massive company that make probably millions and millions of pounds, you know, and I'm just little old Amanda. But I just think it's a shame. It's a crying shame that the craft industry is declining, and the amount of products that we've got available to us to physically go and buy with our eyes and our hands rather than shop online is, you know, it's a little bit lacking. And it's no wonder everybody's going online because there's nothing to buy in the shop. Which came first? People going online making the shops decline, or the shop declining so we go online? I don't know. That's a chicken and egg question. I'm not a marketer. I'm not a buyer. I genuinely don't know, but it's just a shame. Now, I did speak to a lady on the tills and said, where can I leave feedback? Do you have an email? She didn't know, so she got somebody else, a lovely lady called Donna. I don't know what Donna's position was within the company. I don't know if she was a supervisor or a manager. She was really lovely, and she took time to listen to what I was saying. And she then said, I'm going to look on the website and see where you can leave this feedback. And she went away for 10 minutes on her mobile phone, and she came back and she said, do you know what? I cannot find anywhere suitable or any kind of link or other than you ringing customer services, which is not a free number, and you can be on hold forever. I'm not ringing those premium rate numbers. So she would not give me a direct email to anybody within the company. What she gave me was a generic admin email to the Huddersfield store, a generic one, and said that I could put it at the attention, you know, for her attention, and that she would then pass my email on higher up the chain. She said she couldn't guarantee that she would get a reply. And at that point, I said, if I don't get a reply within a week, I will be seeking further to go further up the chain to try and get some of my questions answered, because I think it's important that we don't just accept low quality products. And I think that they need to hear our feedback, because, you know, and I've said it before, if you don't tell people there's a problem, they may not realise it. Or maybe they realise the products are low quality and they don't care. In that instance, I will never hear back from them, will I? And that will tell us a lot about the range. If I do hear back, maybe they don't know. I don't believe that they have crafters who test these products. I absolutely do not believe they do, because some of the products are not fit for use, as I demonstrated with the Art Studio black cardstock. So the saga continues. We'll see if I hear anything back, and if I do, I will let you know. If you want to leave a comment about your experience with the range or crafty shopping within the UK, do you wish there was more? Are you happy buying online, etc.? Leave a comment. Make sure it's constructive, because I am going to be sending the link to this video in the email, and hopefully get somebody at the range to listen to my feedback, and you know, it's all of our collective experiences. So there you go, that's my sticking my beak in for the day. I hope you enjoyed that. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.